Hello everybody, my name is Anthony, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play series in Hearts of Iron 4, The New Order as Lysenko. Yeah, Lysenko. If you're wondering, I did do a single episode of this campaign like a month ago, maybe. I'm trying to remember exactly what time it was. But I decided, let's just restart the entire series because it doesn't make any sense to start episode 2 like a month after the first one, and also there's been updates and stuff like that to the mod and to Hearts of Iron 4 itself. We are still playing at 1.6 because 1.7 breaks. It does break mostly the party system. This circle here. If you watch the Kaiserreich series, which I think by the time this goes out will be Friday, no, Saturday. Doesn't really matter. But watching the Kaiserreich series, I am playing 1.7 in that one, and the party popularity is just completely broken. But unlike in this mod, I don't know if it really matters too much to Kaiserreich. But we're going to continue on anyway. So first things first, of course, put these guys into an army. We will put them... here, because of course we're going to wanting to do some raiding soon. Also, we are right now making nothing. I want to make some guns, of course. Because these guys right now are both motorized divisions. And I don't want them to be motorized. We're just going to put them straight into basic infantry. And I think that's fine. I mean, they're going to go down to green, but whatever. I'm not too concerned about that. National focus, Black Mountain awakes. Decision available. What can we do right now? Well, we get army experience. That's fair. We can persecute officers. We'll decrease NKV disloyalty by 5. Right now, they're not disloyal at all. We're completely sane, and as I've said at the beginning of the last time we tried playing this, is I'm going to go, crazy doctor. I'm going to try to go as insane as humanly possible. And hopefully the NKV don't just, try to throw me out of government. But we shall see. I don't want to persecute the officers quite yet. This only goes up once we actually start doing events and stuff, so it's not a huge deal. And are these all 70 days? No, this one's 28 days, 35, 35... Again, we didn't really get too far into this campaign last time we did it. Like I said, we had one episode. Okay, decision available. We can prepare a raid against... Okay, who are you? You are... I guess I can actually click this button. They have 1 loot. And I guess in 7 days, we're going to try to assault them. And I guess after that, we're probably going to attack one of the other guys up here. I'm not even going to worry about Orsk. I don't think you can raid me, but I know they can. But I know at some point we're going to kind of get a mutual alliance with these guys down here to the south. And of course, I probably should explain, as it's been a month-ish since we last played this mod. If you're not familiar with it, it's basically World War II ended, Germany won. They took over most of Europe, the United States, and all of them were kind of the last bastions of democracy over here in the West. And it's very, very story focused. If you watched the last campaign we played as Orenburg, we literally did not get into any combat until the last 5 minutes of the campaign. So it's a very, very story based, which is very odd for a initiate the raid. Yes, let's initiate the raid. Which, if you're familiar with Hearts of Iron 4, it's a very strange concept because that's not generally how Hearts of Iron 4 plays out. Even in Kaiserreich, there's a small build up. Speer's been elected as the rightful successor. That's fine. But even in Kaiserreich, there is a small build up of story, and then there's the Second World Krieg, and then there's really no more story after that. Same with many of these other big mods: Führerreich, Kaiserreich, Equestria War, which we just played, which actually was the series just for this one. A lot of build up in the story, and then war happens, and then the story kind of stops. But this one's story is fundamental throughout the entirety of the experience. So the speech on industrial productivity, Carmel Lysenko's speech, Annual Industrial Productivity Summit, redacted date, redacted location, figures corroborated by the Industrial Research Committee, compiled by year, reference volume 13, addendum 15, evil. EVII, never mind. So an increase in mining productivity to some 250 tons of steel a month. This amount is a total increase to 750 tons of steel in 3 months. Split across 33 mines in operational territory. The research committee and its associated organizations appreciate this increase and thank all involved and hope to see proportionate increases in activity hereafter. The committee records increased activity in the industrial productivity as well. The opening of the industrial optimization facility to the southeast of The Center Complex, the address of which is contained to the Public Administration Records, Volume 7. Yes, Fidor. I'm aware of the abnormality of the lack of time. The complex will be operated by the primary asset in civilian manufacturing, individual 475302998. Civilian name Dmitry Voroshilov. The committee expects an increase in maximum possible magnitude of work produced by civilian production assets. All team are to be organized in groups of 4 and report to a senior workman, who will in turn report to a factory leader. Please refer to page 7 of the brochures for memorials on factory organization. On concluding remarks, we note that there have been a rise of cases in pollutant-related fatalities by 23.75% this quarter. We expect the numbers to rise as efforts in industrial concentration continue. The workplace-related fatalities are also rising. It should be noted that these fatalities, 43.95%, are recorded as involving the loss of hand or limb. Please refer to the last page of your brochures for fatality charts and possible research opportunities. Fantastic. And we haven't choice yet. Still no. There's actually no choice in what to do. Our border raid is going fantastic. And the border raids will allow us to get a handful of little bonuses here, like building schools, research facilities, industrial equipment, workers. Also, I just realized we're actually not doing anything else. Okay. So it is 1962. It's kind of hard to tell like which ones we've researched. We don't have this. Well, where are we? Okay, we're here. So let's not research that quite yet. Let's go for some basic research. You know, that is research. So anything with the green bars has been researched. We're going to go down here. 3% research time on that. And then we're going to go for probably an industrial tech as well. Construction speed going up. I think that... Oh, no, we already had that one. Okay, well, get the construction speed to go a little bit faster. It takes a long time because we are in a hellscape of the former Soviet Union. So everything is kind of bad. So you free civilian factories. By that we need 1. So I guess we're going to go for... Yeah, we're also building things 24% slower because we don't have any fuel. Which is not great. No, fuel came from fighters. Okay, actually this slows down how much fuel we have. Okay, so we'll build 1 civilian factory. No, actually don't do that. Build 1 civilian, or 1 military factory. Training on the border, basic drilling. You're for army experience. Our current level of army readiness is at 4%. Our current level, we have 5% drilling as well. Of course, we're not supposed to have 50 army experience at this point. I used the mod, no army experience. So it does kind of break this a little bit, but for the most part, it's fine. Trading on the border. We'll increase army readiness by 2 and drilling by 1. Cause 100 political power, which is quite a bit. The first things first, let me just use all of my training there. So we have 35% level of drilling. We can go like that. So now the NKVD is 25% disloyal. But hopefully soon we'll get... Yeah, the raid was successful. Fantastic. Okay, maybe I went a little bit too high on this. Trading on the border. Is there anything I can do to decrease? Well, increase loyalty. Okay, never mind. So we gotta basically, very soon. The spoils of war, more stability, war support, and 500 units of rifles. Fantastic. So these guys are basically gonna go on this border. Can I prepare for another raid now? I can prepare a raid against you, so I'm going to do that. Okay, no, actually I can't do that. Okay, never mind. So we have 2 loot. We can build new schools, which gain stability by 2%. For 60 days, things will go a little bit down. Is there anything I can do to get the... They'll kind of do the same thing. I'm sure this will do something soon. Let's train some new workers. That seems like a thing we can get done. Can I also, army drilling active for 24 days. So after 1 more day. Okay, I got it down to 22%, but that actually did not, do anything. So they're gonna be a little bit dissatisfied. That's fine. 22%, it could be worse. I probably should have been reading the tooltips a little bit better. be completely honest, we have 25 days till our next event. I don't know how long successful raid lasts for. Yeah, we'll probably, prepare for against one of these guys. I mean, they all should be relatively weak. Because their job basically is just to stand there and let me raid them. That's the only thing they're actually there for. Our manpower is quite low, 2.9 thousands. Not a lot, but could be worse. The Central Planning Committee has made aware today of a bold young officer of our faithful NKVD who have been spreading foul lies regarding our experiments as part of a super soldier program, amongst others. The fool claims that there have been no survivors and all of this is for naught. The traitor's death has already been arranged, of course, though in all our years none have been so bold to speak out against this matter. Manpower goes down by 1. Will harm NKVD's loyalty to ourselves. How much do they go up? I went by 5% again. Damn it. If I fail to change this, for 27%. Political power plus 50 and 1250. I guess we just have enough. How much guns do we have? It's 606 guns. We're only getting 2.2 a day. Of course, I don't want the NKVD to overthrow me. Obviously, we're trying to get Lysenko to be a mad scientist, and if the NKVD do some bad things, that's not. I mean, we're doing bad things ourselves, but ignore that for now. Okay, we could remove this, and then what are we going to do next? Prepare class readiness, army experience goes up by 10. 500 units of army experience. You know what? Okay, we're going to get that just so we can immediately start trying to bribe the NKVD. Excerpt from speech 7.bc. Comrades, I speak to you as a matter of regional importance against the security of our ASSR. Recently, I've heard rumors of unrest against my emergency general secretariatship, and as rightful member of the Soviets that constitute our state currently in reconstruction, will not allow this treacherous behavior to under the Republic's watch, nor will my countrymen. Today, fellow men and women who pledged their allegiance to Marx, I call you forward to stand by me as I rid these men who plot to destroy our utopian society of science. Those who wish to tarnish our legacy will not be given a place in our society. Those who wish to destroy our way of life will not be given a place in our society. We must rid ourselves of these cowards of science, these abominations of religiosity. End of excerpt. Immediately following the speech detailed above, Lysenko disposed, see corpse disposal procedures in body disposal handbook of yada yada yada, of multiple high officials. Some became test subjects of numerous experiments. Okay. That's fine. 29% chance here. How insane we are. We are currently at 94% mental stability. We're still not ready to raid anybody yet. Crew. Okay, we can actually do some more stuff here. That really increases this loyalty. 15 points. I'm guessing that the army readiness is basically replacing the NKVD. The NKVD, I'm assuming, are basically acting as our army. And by training our own army, it's going to make the NKVD very mad at us. That's at least how I am seeing this at the moment. So we are basically going to not do any of these things yet. 641 guns. We're going to be able to get another 500 as soon as our event here is finished. It's going to be done in 35 days. Not too bad. Like, who are you? You are this dude. That's a market liberal. Like, does any of them give more than one loot, or they all only have one? I know looting the same person again doesn't actually give more loot. Yeah, they have 0 loot. They have 1 loot. They have 1 loot. 1. And we actually can't raid this guy down here to the south right now. So, right now, anybody would be a good target except for them, obviously, because they have no loot. Because we've already burned down all of their villages. So, what can they do to help us? As you can see, like, this is actually, it's a pretty long tree. So do these need both? Require armor plan C. Okay, so these can all be done quickly. Disloyalty spreads. Once again, the Central Planning Committee. I want to... Okay, well, we're going to try to keep them loyal. I don't want them to do anything drastic. Once again, the Central Planning Committee heard the spreading uncertainty of our 22nd Motor Rifle NKVD today. Yeah, are these both NKVD? Oh shit, I selected one. I don't know what I chose. Fantastic. Well, their disloyalty did not go up. So I'm assuming I chose to have a... I'm just going to assume I chose the option that I wanted. I wanted to choose the top one, but that's fine. Actually, once the 31st of March. Okay, well, never mind. We're not going to go back there at all then. So am I ready to raid people yet? Yes, I can. Prepare raid against you. Absolutely is what we are wanting to do. How many troops do you have? Do you just have that one soldier? You have 3 soldiers, but I don't think the rest of them can really help you in time. Because the AI is still trying to defend against everybody else. Okay, Plan C is the optimal choice. One of the biggest weaknesses in our army is that we don't have enough bullets and ammunition to fight the Euro League and the Orenburg Commune. This is also coupled with the fact that we even have to ask the bandits of der Wenger's brigade to help. The fact has been an utter embarrassment for a proud mounted scientist. With war coming ahead, AKVD officers along with Lysenko have came up with Armament Plan C as the newest armament plan alongside highly centered plans A's and B. Armament Plan C, unlike its past plans, will be known by all soldiers in order for them to work together. Plan C will have every soldier within the NKVD not only be able to know how to fire their weapons, but also how to make sure to use their own weapons in order to be the best army in the Southern Urals. Every battalion will be required to work to make their weapons together. The Lysenko's reasoning is that not only make the best soldiers, it is to make the best camaraderie and strengthen efficiency as they work together in ideal Soviet Unionism. Armament Plans A and B, however, will be Lysenko's main plan, in which he is only the highest officers in the NKVD know. He has demanded that any officers break censorship and have these plans leak. They'll be experimented and then executed for treason after they get their tongues cut out. In Lysenko's mind, everything must go according to plan or else the morale of the state falls apart. That doesn't sound great, so we can do, what do these do? We can either go for the combat, which is army readiness plus 10 and readiness plus 15. So we get even more guns. Our infantry equipment goes down in terms of cost. The enemy, so that is working with the Southern Brigade. So let's get the combat readiness going, just so we can get all 5. We're going to need all 5 anyways. But I think that works out just fine. Do we have our 1,200 rifles yet? No, we still need about 100 guns left, and we're getting 3 a day. So it's going to take, still a little bit of time, but not too much, all things considered. And we'll immediately start attacking into them. Of course, this is actually going to cost us guns because we're going to need to reinforce these guys, but hopefully it's not like that big of a deal. 31% disloyalty. Not great. Our sanity is dropping. Okay. The loyalty investigation. The investigation was quick and with good reason. It seems as though disloyalty is present in every member of the NKVD. Fantastic. All some treacherous opinion of Comrade Lysenko's work or how our society was organized. While we cannot purge the entire organization yet, we must show authority and make an example of some within the NKVD. Persecuting innocent men is not unfamiliar with the NKVD, so they will understand. The only question remains as which group to target. No matter what I could do, I can either issue a statement acquitting the guard, which will do nothing, or I can make them even more disloyal. Well, trial by fire, the old guard will meddle where they don't belong. Have some foreign guards shot, sure. And then spend 50 political power and 1,200 rifles in order to decrease that by 10%. There's a balancing act that's happening right now in our little country right here. But I think that's going to be a good time to end this episode. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up. If you not enjoyed, click thumbs down. Or subscribe, and goodbye.